Hello, everyone. Julia Blatt here, the Lights on Mum. And if you are ready to be inspired about what becomes possible for your children when we can get them switched on to learning in a whole new way, today is the day. And I'm joined by James. So excited, James, to have you back. This is obviously,
Yeah.
we've done a few of these now. But for those of you watching, let us know if you're here with us on the live and that you can hear us loud and clear. But really, this is a story, James's story, James and Lisa's story, really, his mum's, is a story of what happens when you go from disengaged and totally bored and switched off in school to being a local hero and award-winning young entrepreneur. So, James, hi,
Um,
how you doing?
Hello. What happened was I started off at school, wasn't really getting along and wasn't getting along with my work, and then my mum found you, and then we started doing the coursework, and then we got through that, and then started talking about like homeschooling and stuff like that. And then mum was like, actually, you know what, that would be a good idea. So I got homeschooled. I feel more confident now, and we've been raising money for the Children's Hospital with my bears. Um, and it's been really, really good. And recently I was nominated for two awards, and one of them was the which one was it? Lord Lieutenant's Award, and the Hero Next Door Award, and I was a finalist in the Lord Lieutenant's Award, and I won the oh, I won the Hero Next Door Award, and it's been really, really good.
I love that. So you're up for two awards and, like you say, a finalist. And I think it was like for a Young Braveheart, wasn't it? You were in the
Yeah.
category Young Braveheart of the Year. And then you won. You won the local Hero Next Door. We all want a Hero Next Door. And really exciting, James. So let's, like, for those of you who don't know James's story that well, we kind of go back, I guess it's over a year now. It's probably like, I
Yeah.
don't know, a year and a half, maybe 2 years. But I actually came across a video actually of your mum. She might not, I don't know if she remembers sending this to me, but she was really just telling me how desperate she kind of sort of felt.
Mm,
And I remember getting on a call with you, and I asked you what I kind of ask any young person that I kind of, agreed to work with, is like, do you want to learn? And I
yeah.
just remember you just said to me, like, yeah, I really want to learn. And I think at that time you were just feeling that it wasn't possible in school, was it? I mean, it's a long time
Yeah.
ago now, and loads has happened. But maybe you can just communicate, to the parents watching this, just what it feels like to be you were then 12. I think you were just coming up to your 13th
Yeah.
birthday. What's it feel like to be kind of like going in day after day, just really feeling like I want to
It
learn, but this isn't the environment?
Because what it was is when I was in school, I was getting bullied and stuff, but it just knocked my confidence, and I wasn't confident at all. Like before I was on the program, I I didn't even show my face on a Zoom call, and I talked a little bit, but I didn't talk much. And now I'm on live videos and showing my face, and people can see me. I'm just way, way, way more confident now,
They see you,
and
they hear
it's
you.
helped.
Yeah, you've been on national TV, and local TV and local radio. It's so exciting. I mean, one of the things I guess James, that I feel really passionate about, not only obviously meeting young entrepreneurs, and really kind of, I guess, just empowering them to be able to step into that. And the thing that I loved about our first conversation is, like, for me, it was just so obvious that you were kind of what I would
Yeah.
call like a natural born entrepreneur, right? So lots of children, and myself included, actually, if I look back now with what I know about entrepreneurship, but lots of children and teens think they want to be, right? They kind of, but you
Mm,
had what I would say was like that real quality of, you were actually really courageous, and you knew the route to being an entrepreneur is like, you've got to
yeah.
get out there and sell, right? It's the bit most people try and avoid doing.
Yeah. because I think what it is what makes me different is people who I know have had ideas, but they don't have like the connections or they don't have the right stuff to do it. Whereas we had, well, there was one idea that we had, but we scrapped that really, and decided to do the bears. I got a bear
Yeah,
here,
show us a bear. Show us a bear. So that's Home
and
Eddie.
yeah, and it. I think what it was is with Home Eddie, it was feasible. We were able to do it, and I think what it is it. My mum has like a mindset that anything is possible. And I think that's the difference between my mum and other parents, and then me actually wanting to do it instead of thinking, oh, yeah, I like the idea of it, but not doing it.
Yeah, I think that's really key. And I think it's really important to acknowledge Lisa, your mum, its role in that,
Mm,
because
yeah,
she was kind of absolutely, I think, pivotal to making what was a very, very brave decision for her back then,
yeah.
to kind of go, right, things have got to change. So you went from lights off to lights on. You kind of the difference, I guess, I saw in you, and I think which is what your mum has really facilitated, so like incredible, is to really empower you to step into your strengths, but also take ownership of your learning. So those of you, what we'll do, we'll put a link, because I know you've kind of got this project Home Eddie. Tell us a little bit about Home Eddie, and
So,
what's that's involved, and then we can put a link, because I know that you've got a few bears left that you'll
yeah,
want to shift, and then you're going to kind of look at, right, what's next. Is that right?
yeah. Because I think because it or because of like COVID and stuff, it's been really, really hard to sell the bears, and it's not going to change for a while. So I think it was like a month or two ago, we went knocking on door to door selling them, and we sold quite a few bears, but loads of people donated stuff, so that was really good. And
Brilliant.
and also Home Eddie was like because like I wanted to incorporate home because I wanted the bears to make you feel like if you're on holiday to make you feel like home if you're feeling a bit like sick, homesick. And but then I was just thinking, well, what could the name be? And then I was thinking, well, I really, really liked Eddie Hall, the work 2017 World's Strongest Man, and we met him at Stoke and he's been like really, really good.
And he's endorsed it, hasn't he? He's
Yeah,
endorsed your business, and the Home Eddie bear. So
yeah,
the idea behind the bear, let's see him again, because you kind of just flashed him a little bit. Just let's see him again. So the idea behind this bear is that it's like you say, it's kind of to have that sort of security, that thing, that bear that makes you sort of feel safe.
yeah.
And
And also, what's really good about the bear is it's like child friendly, so you could have it for a baby and
brilliant,
younger. But yeah, it is a really, really good bear.
fantastic. So it's good quality,
Yeah,
and also you're raising from the money, some of the money that you raise through the
yeah.
bears, you are giving to the children's
Children's
hospital.
hospital.
Yeah,
And we're helping for the One Sites Children's Hospital. So the Royal Infirmary, they've got like one part of the children's ward, and then the general's got like the baby part and other parts, and then the Glenfield, they've got part of the children's hospital, and they're raising money to get a one-site children's hospital, so um, it's just going to be all in one site, so it's easier.
brilliant. And so you're kind of contributing to that.
Yeah.
So your mum, I don't know if have you got her book there? So the other thing, have you got her book to hand that we could see, or maybe, yeah,
I'll be back in a sec. I'll
yeah,
grab
go
one.
get one of her books. And while you're doing that, I just yeah, I just really kind of want to share with you the importance. Anyone watching this on the live or the replay, and do let us know if you are here on the live, if you've got any questions for James. But the importance of really looking and listening to your children when, or your teenagers, when they're telling you their lights are off. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at that. So this is the book. Tell us about this. Oh, there you go. The Lost Star. So tell us about your mum writing that book.
So the book, so the book was, my mum's been working on it for a few years, but never got round to publishing it or stuff like that. And it's also got Home Eddie the bear in it, so he's featured in it. And yeah, it's a really, really good book. And some people have already bought it, and they've read it to their children. And then there was one person who has a bear, and oh, and they talk to the bear sometimes, and I thought that was really cute.
That's really, really cute. And I think what I was really excited about when Lisa sent me a copy is as well that she's kind of dedicated it to our Lights On
Yeah,
community. And yeah, remember just so much has kind of happened, I think, like, for you and for her, by kind of
yeah,
really listening to the things that needed to get different, things needed to change. So tell us a little bit more about what happens from this point on then, James, because you're still 14, is that right? You're
yeah.
coming up
Still
to being
14.
15.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm 15 in like a week and a bit. So
Yeah. I
yeah.
remember I remember your mum, like when she was like had sort of decided how she was going to tell you, that you weren't going to have to go back into school anymore, and that
Oh
she was
yeah,
going to do things
that was
differently.
really good.
Yeah, tell us about that if you're happy to, because it was such a lovely way that
So
she kind of did that.
so we come back from half term, like the Christmas half term, and I got home, and then Mum's like, "Oh, do you want to go grab some chocolates from upstairs?" So I grabbed the chocolates, and then inside it was a Lindor ballroom. Inside it was a little note saying, "You won't have to go back to school. You're homeschooled now." And it was really, really good.
And that was I remember that day so well, and she was like so excited.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. So yeah, what's next for you then, James? Because I think again, it's like obviously, um, I guess, I sort of feel like you got a real place in my heart
Yeah.
because you were just, you were just a young teenage boy that was caught in a system that
Mm,
was not allowing you to thrive any at all. But as soon as you kind of
yeah.
came out, your mum was able to really empower you to sort
Mm.
of change that and take ownership of your learning. So what becomes possible for you next? What are you thinking that are you going to sell the bears and then kind of close down the entrepreneurial project
Yeah.
and start
I
something
think
else? Or
I think it's because it's just going to get harder and harder to sell them, and the stalls aren't coming back on till this time next year. So um, that that won't really be carrying on. But my mum will be still selling her book. But what's next is I've got, well, I'm getting a go-kart, and I'll be like taking that apart and then putting it back together and going around the track seeing like what I could make different to the cart to make it like better.
because that's one of your passions, isn't it? I
Yeah.
remember when we first met, you were kind of like anything with wheels on it, and you
Yeah,
were at that time, right? You were like getting like scooters that people were kind of discarding.
yeah.
You
I
were like
was buying
you
and selling
recommissioning
scooters.
them. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was buying and selling scooters at one point, and now I'm buying and selling shoes. So yeah,
Excellent. And I just would have loved, I think, to when I was younger, to have the opportunity that you're kind of carving out for
yeah,
yourself and that your mum is creating, because the thing is, James, that increasingly your generation are going to be what we call like portfolio entrepreneurs. Do you know what I
mm,
mean? It's kind of like finding ways, to bring a product to life, to explore it, and then potentially write new things, and having that sort of portfolio of revenue and income coming in. So I'm really excited to kind of sort of look and follow what you're going to be kind of sort of doing next with the go-karts. So where can we'll put a link in for anybody your website, for anybody who wants to sort of check out Buy a Bear for Christmas and get Lisa's book as well. So what's the name of your website, and then we'll make sure we put it.
So the website is www.homedy.co.uk, and also we have a Facebook, which is Home Edy Club.
Right, brilliant. Okay, so we'll put sort of the links to that.
Yeah.
So we've got Jane. We've got someone here who's just written a comment saying it's having an idea but knowing how to go about it, which is a stumbling block for most people. And some people seem to naturally know what to do. I think this really sums up you and your mum. I think you are an incredible unit together, and a real example of what we love to facilitate within the Lightsome community, which is like the collaborative learning that happens between, parent and child, or parent and, teenager. And you both really kind of, just showcase what's possible when she empowered you to be in your strength, which was being really bold, going out there, door-to-door selling, having meetings with like, high profile people at the Children's Hospital, going on national telly. And like you say, just, that from where you were when we first met, I guess a year and a half ago, or however long it was, maybe 2 years now, is so vast. What is it you would like parents to hear who might be, I guess, having children who are where you were, which is, their lights are off, they are disengaged, they're so bored by what schools,
but want to learn.
Yeah, but want to learn.
Well,
exactly.
I would say take a step back and look at the situation from every single angle. So, like, will it make your kid happy? Will it make you happy? Is it possible? And I'd look at it. I'd take a big look at it and think about it and see what you could do. And I would say anything's possible if you put your mind to it.
I love that. That's an entrepreneur's head right there. Be strategic about it, assess this situation, and then make your decision, and then act. Take action. Brilliant, James. Well, it's great to catch up with you. Definitely want to be doing more. I speak to your mum, like we're about to do some filming, and I've had this like kind of vision in my mind for a long time when I can come up and actually meet you in person. And the vision I have is you driving me around a racetrack in a car. We'll have to find one of those ones where we can kind of go and we can drive when you're young. But one day we're going to get to meet in person.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, it'd be really good. And I just really want to thank you, James, for just showing what's possible, to go from really being labeled by a school, as someone who can't, and then just showing that how quickly you could actually transform into somebody who absolutely can. And then, becoming that finalist, as young Braveheart, in your region, and local hero next door, becoming the winner of that, I think is really inspiring. And have a business, under your business project, under your belt, with other ones, coming in and exploring different ways, because that is the future for so many, of my community of parents. Like, that's the future that is the reality for their children. Any last minute words you'd like to sort of say, James? Otherwise, thank you once again for joining me to share and update your story. I think we're going to be doing this for the next few years. At one point you'll be 20 years old, good. James, and it'll be like you've made your millions.
Yeah, I think just what I said before, just take a step back and look at every option and just see if it's possible, because it's a bit like before when I was at school, we were thinking about it, but being homeschooled, but it was it didn't seem possible, but then we found you, and then you made it possible, or changed our mindset, and you've really helped. Like most of the labels that I've had at school, I've just lost. Like I'm a much better person now than I ever was before.
Oh, that's lovely, James. Yeah, and you were an amazing person before, and it's just, I think you've just now learned how to grow into that
Yeah,
and believe in yourself. Yeah. Thank you, James.
thank
Well,
you.
well, this story is to be continued at another point in James's ongoing adventures as a local hero next door. Thanks for those of you who are watching on the live or the replay. And yeah, thanks, James. Really good to
Thank
see you
you.
again. And we will meet at some point in person once the world
Yeah,
opens up
at
again.
some point. It's been a while.
It has, exactly. All right. Thanks a lot, James. I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.